हेलो दोस्तों, बिजनेस पॉइंट में आपका स्वागत है और अभी हम कर रहे हैं करेंट अफेयर्स। लोकसभा passes carriage of goods by sea bill, seeks to replace century old legislation. The Lok Sabha has passed the Carriage of Goods by Sea Bill 2024, which aims to modernize regulations governing the responsibilities, liabilities, rights, and immunities of carriers involved in the transportation of goods by sea. The bill, which also addresses matters connected therewith or related thereto, was introduced to repeal and replace the century-old pre-independence legislation, the Indian Carriage of Goods by Sea Act 1925. Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways Subnanda Sonowal highlighted the significance of the new legislation, stating that it updates a framework that has been in place for 100 years. This bill intends to repeal and replace the 100-year-old pre-independence legislation, the Indian Carriage of Goods by Sea Act 1925, Sonowal said. The minister further elaborated that the act applies to ships transporting goods from an Indian ports to a foreign ports and between Indian ports, thereby encompassing both international and domestic carriers of goods by sea. Government to set up second national gene bank to ensure future food security. The central government has announced the establishment of the second national gene bank (NGB) as part of its efforts to ensure long-term food and nutrition security. This initiative, which falls under the "Investing in Innovations" theme of the Union Budget 2025-2026, aims to conserve 10 lakh crop germplasm for the future. The Minister of State for Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare, Bhagirath Chaudhary, on Friday shared this information in a written response to the Rajya Sabha. The first national gene bank, located at the ICAR National Bureau of Plant Genetic Resource in New Delhi, currently holds the distinction of being the second largest gene bank in the world, with 4,71,561 accessories from 2,157 species. These plant genetic resources are crucial for the improvement of crops and the management of genetic resources in the country. They are made available to both public and private sector agencies involved in agriculture development and research. Cabinet approves major infrastructure projects in Bihar, Patna, Saram Corridor and Kosi-Maki Intra-State Link Project. The Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs (CCEA), chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has approved two major infrastructure projects in Bihar: the Patna-Sasaram Corridor and the Kosi-Maki Intra-State Link Project, designed to improve regional connectivity and enhance agricultural irrigation in the state of Friday. Patna-Sasaram Corridor Project approved. The CCEA approved the construction of a four-lane access-controlled Patna-Sasaram Corridor (NH 119A) spanning 120.10 km. This project will be developed under the hybrid annuity mode (HAM) at a capital cost of 3,712.4 crore. Currently, the route is congested, relying on the state highways, with travel times between the cities taking 3 to 4 hours. The new corridor will feature both greenfield and brownfield developments, improving connectivity and reducing traffic bottlenecks. The project will connect Patna with key transport nodes, including the upcoming Bahita Airport, Sasaram, and major railway stations. It will generate 48 lakh man days of employment and contribute to socio-economic growth in the region. Upon completion, it will play a pivotal role in improving connectivity between major cities like Patna, Lucknow, Ranchi, Varanasi, aligning with the government's vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Cabinet approves nutrient-based subsidy rates for Kharif 2025 season on P&K fertilizer. The Union The Union Cabinet on Friday approved the nutrient-based subsidy (NBS) rates for the Kharif 2025 season, effective from April 1, to September 30. This season aims to ensure that photostatic and potassic fertilizers, including NPKs grades, are available to farmers across the country at subsidized and affordable rates. The government has allocated 37,261.15 crore for subsidy during the Kharif 2025 season, marking an increase of approximately 13,000 crore compared to the budget for the Rabi 2024-2025 season. With this approval, farmers will continue to receive fertilizers at reasonable price despite fluctuations in international fertilizer and input costs. The government has also extended the freight subsidy on single super phosphate (SSP) for the Kharif 2025 season, further reducing financial burdens on farmers. Cabinet approves 22,919 crores scheme to strengthen India's electronics component manufacturing. The Union Cabinet on Friday has approved the Electronics Component Manufacturing Scheme with a funding of 22,919 crore aimed at making India self-reliant in electronics supply chain. This initiative seeks to create a robust ecosystem by attracting large investments, both domestic and global, in electronics component manufacturing. The scheme is projected to attract an investment of rupees 59,350 crore, resulting in the production of 4,56,500 crore worth of products. It will also generate direct employment of 91,600 individuals with additional indirect job opportunities. The scheme provides differentiated incentives tailored to Indian manufacturers, helping them overcome specific challenges in various categories of components and sub-assemblies. These incentives are designed to help manufacturers acquire technological capabilities and achieve economics of scale. The target segments covered under the scheme include sub-assemblies like display camera modules, bare components such as non-assembly passive components, electromechanicals, multi-layer printed circuit boards, and Leon cells, as well as selected bare components like high-density interconnect and assembly passive components. Capital expenditure incentives will also be provided for parts and components used in manufacturing these sub-assemblies and bare components. India least exposed to US tariffs due to domestic demand strength. Morgan Stanley. India and Japan are the least exposed economies to US trade traffic tariffs due to their strong domestic demand, a Morgan Stanley report said on Friday. The report highlights that the ratio of goods exports to GDP is crucial metric is assessing an economy's trade dependence and potential exposure to global trade policies. The ratio of goods export to GDP is the most important metric as it determines the extent of trade orientation of an economy. This allows global research firms to assess which economies will face greater downward pressure on growth, the report said. India and Japan have robust tailwinds from strong domestic demand, which help offset external trade risk. Additionally, both economies have relatively lower ratios of goods exports to GDP, the report added. Corporate Affairs Ministry hosts third candidate open house for PM internship scheme. The Ministry of Corporate Affairs (MCA) held the third candidate open house for the Prime Minister Internship Scheme (PMSI) on Thursday, offering aspiring interns a platform to interact with experts and gain valuable insights into the program. The latest session saw overwhelming participation with over 684 live attendees and 1,765 pre-submitted questions according to a statement by the Ministry of Friday. This weekly initiative designed to guide applicants through the PMIS application process provides a transparent and accessible form for candidates to engage with industry professionals and ministry representatives. Queries during the session revolved around eligibility selection criteria and sector-specific opportunities, all of which were addressed live by the PMSI team. The open house featured industry expert Don Lewis, head of skill development and education at Mahindra and Mahindra's Farm Division. who provided career building advice and underscored the importance of internships in enhancing employability. Louis praised the PM internship scheme for its ability to connect young talent with industry leaders, emphasizing that proactive candidates stand to benefit significantly from the experience. India offers assistance following 7.7 magnitude earthquake in Myanmar and Thailand. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed deep concern on Friday over the powerful earthquake that struck Myanmar and Thailand, assuring India's readiness to provide all necessary assistance to affected regions. A massive 7.7 magnitude earthquake rocked Myanmar on Friday, followed by aftershocks of 6.4 and 4.9 magnitude within an hour. Tremors were also felt in Thailand, Northeast India, and parts of China. PM Modi's nuclear mission released Homi Bhabha's vision for clean energy. Jitendra Singh, Union Minister of State for Science and Technology Jitendra Singh on Thursday praised India's newly launched nuclear mission, calling it a transformative step towards meeting the country's growing energy demands while providing a clean, stable power source. Refreshing Homi Bhabha, the visionary behind India's nuclear program, Singh highlighted that the mission reaffirms Bhabha's stance on peaceful nuclear development. When Homi Bhabha launched India's nuclear program, there was widespread skepticism about India's illegally hidden design, and Homi Bhabha had sought to clear the air, saying that India's nuclear program was dedicated to peaceful purpose. Singh told the Rajya Sabha. He added, "Today Homi Bhabha's pledge stands vindicated by PM Narendra Modi with the launch of nuclear mission to meet India's increasing requirements through environment-friendly clean energy." 19th Network Planning Group meeting evaluates key infrastructure projects under PM Gati Shakti. The 19th meeting of a Network Planning Group (NPG) was held in Delhi on Thursday to assess key infrastructure projects in the road, railway and metro sectors. The discussion centered on advancing multimodal connectivity and improving logistics efficiency in line with the PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan. As stated by the Minister of Commerce and Industry, 5 projects were reviewed during the meeting, including 2 road projects, 2 railway projects, and 1 metro project. These initiatives are aimed at boosting logistic efficiency, reducing travel times, and delivering significant socio-economic benefits. Shashi Tharoor welcomes Trump's recognition of India's voter ID system. Congress MP Shashi Tharoor has welcomed United States President Donald Trump's recent recognition of India's voter ID system. Trump referenced India's system in his latest executive order, which aims to reform the US federal election process. The order mandates proof of citizenship for federal elections and imposes new restrictions on mail-in voting, drawing comparisons with election system in India and other nations. Reacting to Trump's remarks, Tharoor emphasized that India has maintained a robust voter verification system since 1952. The interesting thing about America is that when you go to vote, you simply self-declare your citizenship. In India, we have a structured system with ID cards and voter list to verify that the person voting is actually a citizen. This has been in place since 1952, he said. Centre to introduce Indian Ports Bill 2025 in Parliament today. Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways Sarbananda Sonowal is set to introduce the Indian Ports Bill 2025 in the Lok Sabha on Friday. The bill aims to streamline and consolidate laws related to ports in India, focusing on promoting integrated port development, enhancing ease of doing business, and ensuring the optimal utilization of the country's extensive coastline. A key feature of the bill is the establishment and empowerment of state maritime boards for effective management of non-major ports. The bill also seeks to establish the Maritime State Development Council to promote structured growth within the port sector. The bill will address critical issues such as pollution control, disaster management, security, safety, navigation, data management at ports. Additionally, it aims to ensure compliance with India's international obligation under maritime conservation conventions. Lok Sabha passes Immigration and Foreign Bills 2025. Amit Shah highlights security and streamlined immigration. Union Minister and Minister of Corporation Amit Shah responded to discussion on the Immigration and Foreigners Bill 2025 in the Lok Sabha on Thursday. After the discussion, the lower house of parliament passed the bill. The bill is aimed at strengthening national security, enhancing economic growth, and regulating the entry and exit of foreign nationals. Shah emphasized the need for a robust immigration policy, stating that it is crucial for the country's security to know who is entering India, when, for how long, and for what purpose. He declared that the India is not dharmshala, rest house, where anyone can come and settle for any reason. He stressed that the parliament has the authority to take steps to prevent individuals who pose a threat to national security from entering the current country. Shah highlighted that the bill will ensure the certain of a systematic, integrated, and up-to-date record of every foreign national arriving in India. This will be achieved through a transparent, tech-driven, time-bound, and trustworthy immigration system. According to the Union Home Minister, the new law bill significantly streamlined the immigration process, reducing the average time taken at immigration checkpoints from 4 to 5 minutes to just 1 to 2 minutes per person. He noted that immigration will now involve a 360-degree screening of every foreigner across 24 parameters before granting entry into India. Government invites applications for Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puruskar 2025. The Ministry of Women and Child Development has announced the com- commencement of applications for the Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puruskar 2025 from April 1, 2025. Eligible candidates can submit their applications through the national award portal awards.government.in. The Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puruskar is prestigious national award that recognizes exceptional achievements of children in the field of bravery, sports, social service, science and technology, environment and arts and culture. The awards are open to Indian citizens residing in the country who are aged between 5 to 18 years of July 31, 2025. Central releases national guidelines on medical oxygen management. The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on Thursday released the national guidelines on the medical oxygen management. According to the official statement from the ministry, the national guidelines on medical oxygen management aim to enhance medical oxygen infrastructure and establish standardized best practices across healthcare facilities. The guidelines cover protocols for procurement, storage, and administration of medical oxygen, with a strong emphasis on patient safety, capacity building, and emergency preparedness. Union Health Secretary Punya Salila Srivastava underscored the importance of maintaining and effectively utilizing medical oxygen infrastructure to ensure readiness for any surge in demand during emergencies. The She highlighted the lessons learned from India's response to the COVID-19 pandemic and stressed the need for sustained preparedness. Argentina's deadly rains more likely in warning world, report says. The heavy rain that led to catastrophic flooding in southern Argentina and killed 16 people earlier this month were partly fueled by climate change and could become more frequent in a warmer world, a team of international scientists said on Thursday. An analysis by the World Weather Attribution found that extreme heat in the region leading up to the floods caused a warmer and more humid mass of air that clashed with a cold front from Argentina's Patagonian region, causing the torrential rains in Bahia Balnaca, a port city about 550 km (340 miles) south of Buenos Aires. The indicators of heat and humidity leading up to the floods would have been virtually impossible without climate change. John Rivera, one of the report's author scientists at the Argentina Institute for Snow Research, Glaciology and Environmental Science, said in a press conference on Wednesday. और इसी के साथ करंट अफेयर्स हो जाती है आपकी समाप्त।